Hey peeps, my name is Naisha and welcome to my channel. Today I am on Romance Club and I'm going to talk about Garden of Eden. Um, there will be spoilers, so if you want to play this yourself, you could play this either on your Android or your iPhone. Um, Again, there will be spoilers. And also, I just want to say that they have put out a new chapter of Garden of Eden. They put out chapter 7 only, unfortunately. So you can only play Garden of Eden from episodes 1 to episode 7. And don't worry, like I said, I have 2 accounts. Unfortunately, by accident, but um, my main account is where I play Garden of Eden on. So, and I'm literally done with chapter 7, waiting for chapter 8, and which probably won't come until March the 14th to March the 16th, and things like that. But let's get back into Garden of Eden. I will link the previous Garden of Eden video below. But if you don't know pretty much about this, I will say one thing. Trigger warnings. This story deals with sensitive topics such as death, weight bias, and body image. Episode 2 contains mention of suicide and eating disorders. Episode 7 contains scenes of suicide and homophobic behavior. Please read on with caution. It also says disclaimer, due to the very intricate nature of this game, where every choice you make sets into motion a complicated series of consequences, there are many possible game routes and scene combinations. As a result, the walkthroughs on this wiki might not be exactly identical to your game experience. If you're experiencing something that is not covered in our walkthroughs, please leave a comment so we can update the page and add an extra possible route to our wiki. I might also, I think I might also like put a link to the Wikipedia page and stuff like that. What to they walkthrough and summaries. Well, especially they summaries, because that's why I like to read, like the summary, to get the feel of the book. But basically, here's the plot. The plot is a tragedy in a K-pop group didn't stop its leader. She's set on making her comeback, reclaiming her glory, and unraveling her sister's death. Shadows gather backstage. Now, like I said, in this book, like many romance club books, you have the main character, her default name is Luna, and I decided to go with Luna as well. But her love interest, I am going to shorten their name because I do not like to butcher their name. But I would definitely put a comment, like I would definitely in the comments below, I put like all the love interests that Luna could have. You have Cass. Again, I'm basically giving them nicknames, so I apologize for that. You have Cass, Song, Leah, Jin, and Dean. Now those are the love interests that you can have. Take note that Song and Jin and Dean are in the same group. Jin is an actor. Cass is in a group. He's a dancer, and he's like the dancer in the group, and the youngest one in his group. Song is the leader in his. I forgot what Dean is in the group with Song, but like, yeah, Song is the leader. And Leah, she is a pop idol, a solo pop idol at that. And so, yeah, those are the love interests. Now, you also have your group members, who is, again, I'm a shorten one of their names, but but you have Young, and you have Arya, and of course you have your sister. I want to say See Yoon. I'm just gonna call her Yoon for short. When we talk about her. And then you also have another character, who was close with your sister. I'm gonna call her Me and stuff like that. But yeah, so, and then of course you have Madame Park and all the other like side characters and like management and stuff like that. But okay, basically with 4 through 7, and sorry if I miss anything with 4, especially 4 through like 6, if I miss anything, because it's been a while since I played it, and I already thought that I had a video already out, but I didn't, so I apologize for that. So I'm just gonna put 4 through 7 in this one. But basically, um, we left off with basically Luna is still looking for information about her twin sister's death, and of course she's still taking it hard. And basically through 4 and 6, chapters 4 and 6, she's doing like, she's still trying to figure out what's going on. And not only that, but she's doing what she has to do for the group. I know she's did a commercial with Jen, who's the actor, to promote not only herself but the group as well. She also helped out because there was a situation. Someone caught pictures of Cass and Me hugging, and of course, they thought something, you know, thought like they was together when that wasn't a thing. And of course, and Luna and her group and Song and his group, they put out a video showing like, hey, no, there's no lovey-dovey mess going on. We like a family and stuff like that. We stick together. So we're just friends. Like, put out something to like de-escalate what have went down and stuff like that. Um, what else? Then, again, she does meet up with Leah, depending on your conversation with her, or depending on like how close you want to get to her. It's whatever you're comfortable with. Um, I don't know. I felt like in my gameplay, I was like, like I don't know if she has information that I need, so I decided not to get too close to her, but close enough to like just in case if I did like need some information from her, I could get it. But for the most part, I played off of basically being close to Cass and Song and stuff like that. Um, and I want to say in chapter 6 you can get a little bit, not too much, but just a little bit close to Dean. I've noticed, which I find to be very curious and odd, because I'm thinking like, I just thought that was kind of curious. But anywho, um, I forgot to mention that Song and Cass, they had beef at one point and stuff like that. So sometimes that comes to play, sometimes it doesn't. For now, it doesn't really come to play as much, which I'm so glad. Um, I want to say again, in chapter 6, I want to say, because again, I feel like to me, nothing really happens in chapters 4 and 5 that much. Like, again, it's her trying to figure out what's going on with the death of her sister, and then doing other things, and then worrying about Young because Young still has the whole um, weight bias going against her and things like that. So, and of course, she's talked to Arya about it, but they don't know what to do per se. But with 6, it seemed like stuff comes ahead and things get leaked out because in episode 6, basically, um, Luna and her group, they are on a talk show, and of course, they're talking and things like that, and of course, there's a game that comes up. In the game, like it's basically like you cover you cover your group's eyes and you feed them chocolate. You feed chocolate to whoever fits what what's on the card. Like if they say like um a sweetheart, you feed it to one. Yeah, it's kind of like that. Or like who sleeps a lot type of situation. Anywho, there was one that had a card on it that um I forgot what the card had said, but the card said something like because Arya had to choose, and Arya said like who she could depend on. That's what it seemed like. It was like who she could depend on, lean on, and then of course Luna was like, hey, you could have like, you know, I think she said like, don't give them like, don't make them seem like you can't depend on me and stuff like that because you can and stuff, but don't let them like know that like, well not know because I feel like in my opinion I feel like they can depend on Luna. They just choose not to in my opinion because of like what happened with her sister and stuff. Because like again, it seemed like they always walking on eggshell with Luna instead of just giving her the nitty gritty. And I would get down to my whole thoughts and opinions about all of that later. But I think it was something around like it was something along those lines, and Luna was just saying like, "Hey, next time, like because that could have people talking like, oh, so you can't depend on your leader. Why can't you depend on your leader? What's wrong with your leader?" Type of situation. So yeah, and then I want to say when they do have a break and stuff, Arya gets on Luna's case and saying how everything is about Luna now and how she thought it would be different because Luna's twin sister had died. She thought it'd be different, but now it just seems like everything's about Luna, and they're arguing like in like the studio, and I'm thinking to myself, Arya, really? It is not the time, no place to be arguing like this. And then I'm thinking to myself like, and of course they don't really give you like a good choice to like just de-escalate the situation. Like you could either like again, most of the choices they give you is like you either saying something out of the principle of it or out of ambition. And I'm thinking to myself, it's not the time. Their management, Madame, their manager, Madame Park, has to step in and say, okay, this is not the time, no place, and things like that because because Luna says like they love. She basically says the fan loves Arya and Young. They don't really love her as much. And of course, Arya's like, you playing the victim. And I'm thinking like, not necessarily though. She's not really playing the victim. She becomes the leader. Her sister was the leader. She becomes the leader. They think that she basically pushed her sister so that she could get the leader. Like they really don't like most of the fans don't like her. She literally, if I'm not mistaken, there's like either one or two times where she has to literally defend herself because the fans are like, did you do this? Did you hurt your sister? Did you did that to your sister? Like, were you the trigger? Like, Were you the person that like triggered your sister to do what she did, type of shit and stuff like that? Like they were just going off on her, and she has to speak up and stuff. And it's not her fault that like it's not her fault that like she's always people are always going to ask her about her sister. It's not her fault. So I think Aria was way out of line for that. Um, but then they do come back because they do because the TV show is still going on. They come back, and of course the talk show hosts they basically ask a hard hitter question, especially about her sister and stuff like that. And of course, Luna, she answered it with like as much dignity that she could. And then after she was done, she went in the bathroom, she cried and stuff like that. She was just like, cause the question really got her, and I was shocked at the question too. I was like, oh my god. I was like, do talk show hosts have to ask these questions? Cause these questions are kind of like, damn, okay. But anywho, Madame Park, she comes in, she sees Luna like she is. And then we learn that Luna, the main reason why Luna took 6 months is because Luna had a psychotic breakdown. So now we know why Luna is the way she is. She had a psychotic breakdown like 6 months ago. She was in a psych ward. She was treated because she kept like throwing up every time she thought about her sister and things like that. And it's like, oh my God, like what is going on here and stuff. It's like she went through it. Also, I apologize. I'm drinking water. I got thirsty. Also, sorry about the phone. But anywho, um, back to what I was saying. She basically like has been again like in a psych ward herself, trying to overcome her sister death and stuff, because it really did truly hit her hard. And like again, you get more of that and stuff like that, to the point where like she's crying. She did throw up and stuff like that. But yeah, she's crying hard, and she just looks, oh my god, she just looks so sad. And to the point where Madame Park has to give her like a sedative. And so then, of course, she goes back to the studio because I feel like they had to do something. Like, they always going back to the studio instead of going home. But she goes back to the studio. She see Cass. Of course, she and Cass have a heart to heart and stuff like that, because today has been rough for her. The TV show, the question had triggered her so much. So, of course, they are hugging and stuff, And me walks in, see Cass and Luna hug, and that's how episode 6 ends. Episode 7 begins. Trigger warning and spoilers again, because this is where it gets gruesome. Trigger warning. I mean, I already did trigger warning, but I just like to do it again to be on the safe side. I'm definitely also going to put in the description box and the comments trigger warnings about this this story. But chapter 7 opens up with us basically going back when the tragedy happened, and how Luna basically saw her sister hanging, which like they showed the graphic too. It's like, oh, okay. Whew. And it was rough. And I was like, oh my God. I gasped because I did not expect 7. I did never expected episode 7 to just throw us for a loop like that. Like, I was like, damn, okay. not what I was expecting, but oh, okay, it's getting heavy. Um, and then like we come like they show us this and stuff like that, and they come back to the present where Cass is like he wants to talk to me because me caught Luna and Cass just hugging. Of course, Luna's like, I go talk to her. Of course, me is being a jealous bitch. Uh, I'm just gonna keep it buck. Like, I don't usually like to cuss, but to me, I feel like me is just being a jealous bitch because, girl, we help you in like one of the episodes when people were talking shit about you, like the fans was talking shit about you, and it seemed like your fans didn't want to help you or anything like that. And we help you like, and this is how you would pay me for being jealous because she's like, how long have you and Cass been together? And Luna's like, we are not together, we're just friends. Cass was helping me out because I had a bad day. Which I'm thinking to myself, bitch, didn't Cass help you out when you had a bad day? So anywho, and then of course Luna's trying to talk to me about like, hey, nothing's happening between us. He was just helping me out and things. And then she's asking me like, okay, what's going on with you? Because why are you giving me attitude and stuff? And I'm glad she does ask this because I'm trying to figure out why the fuck she's giving her attitude too. Because it's like, you hug Cass. Luna didn't think nothing of it. She just thought, okay, a friend hugging a friend. But now that Cass um is hugging Luna, it's like you getting mad. Why is that? And then she makes a threat like don't let it happen again because next time I might tell. Like, bitch. I'm like, oh my god, I don't like me already. Don't like me already. Um, and then of course, um, Luna being the nice person she is, because I know I wouldn't be nice. She's she still goes, try to talk to her. Me goes into a bathroom to close the door. Um, Luna's in her room, so she's searching through things. Like she's searching through all types of stuff. And first she sees her diary. She reads her diary, and of course she knows that me likes Cass a lot, but Cass don't like her like that. So, and then she sees that me was close with her twin sister Yoon, um, and things like that. But see, like, it went from like being like sweet and calling Luna's sister like calling Yoon a mentor to like being hateful all at the same time, which you know Luna didn't understand why me could be so hateful to her sister, e- even though like her sister and me were like good friends. It seemed at one point. Then she found pictures of them like at a photo booth, and there's one particular picture that stood out because like Luna's twin sister is kissing me on the cheek, and then she finds a bracelet. She also finds a bracelet, and she remember that she and her sister got this bracelet. I want to say when they was 16, and how they went to like they went to like a tarot reader. They went somewhere, and the woman who gave them the bracelet was like, because Luna still has her bracelet, but the bracelet basically the woman gave them the bracelet saying that like you give the bracelet to your soulmate and things like that. And so she saw that me had Luna saw that me had her twin sister's soulmate bracelet, and she was like, okay, like she's putting two to two together basically. And then um, the ultimate thing is she sneaks into her phone. She taps into her phone and she sees messages that her twin sister has sent to me, and basically her twin sister actually was in love with me, and I want to say like she was gay. Um, that's what we get from it. That like that Luna's sister is a lesbian, and of course me is rejecting her and stuff, but being rude about it. Like it's not like she's saying, "Hey, no, I don't roll that way." It's like she's saying, "Okay, I don't want to be friends. You're making me uncomfortable." Well, it's okay for like her to say like, "Hey, you're making me uncomfortable" and stuff like that, but um Yoon was like, "Hey, I don't mean to make you uncomfortable. Like, we could still be friends. I'm like, you don't got to show me affection, but I still want you as a friend and stuff like that." And then, of course, me is being like, again, she's being like hateful about it. Like, no, I don't want you as a friend. Leave me alone. And then, um, Luna's twin sister Yoon, she's like, okay, how you talking about you don't want me as a friend, but you friends with Cass, and Cass don't want you as nothing but a friend, but you can still be friends with Cass and stuff like that. Why can't like we be the same thing? It don't have to be. Basically, it's like she's saying like it don't really have to be weird and things like that. So like yeah, and of course, me stops talking for a minute, and then like I guess Yoon's like, oh, like Yoon felt like she messed up, so she apologized. But then me comes back and says like, um, says some hateful stuff again. She's saying like you confessing your love is sick. It's disgusting. You make me feel sick and disgusting. Like just saying all types of horrible stuff. Saying, and if you ever talk about Cass like that again, I'll tell everybody on you and things like that, and just ruin you. Like she was just saying some hateful shit, and I was like, oh hell no, couldn't be me. Cause as soon as she walk into the building, I'm whooping her ass. Cause excuse me, you said what to my sister? Yeah, I'm beating some ass. I'm sorry, like straight up. But and of course Luna is taken back at what me is saying, because it's like, dude, you didn't really have to be hateful. All you had to say is like, hey, we could be friends and stuff, but let's wait until your feelings for me die out and things like that, so we could actually be good friends, if that's what she was trying to say. You feel me? Or if she was like, yeah, I still don't feel like being a friend. I apologize, but I just don't. She could have said that. She didn't have to go into like a hateful situation that she did, but she did. Um, um, and then of course me comes back, and she she's like saying that like basically saying hateful stuff to Luna as well, saying like Luna doesn't care about her bandmates. Luna just like Luna's all about herself and things like that, and just trying to get to the truth. And it's like, oh well, of course she's trying to get to the truth. Her twin sister, like I don't understand why people fail to realize that her twin sister basically died not too long ago. It's it's not like this was 5 years, 7 years, 8 years. This was like, if I'm not mistaken, like either a year or like I want to say 6 months to a year ago. Okay, like so again, y'all acting like she got to like move on like very quickly. She does not have to move on very quickly. Hell, if she did move on very quickly, I feel like something was wrong with her. But like, yeah, she doesn't have to move on very quickly. So I'm like trying to figure out why everyone wants her to move on so quickly. That that right there pissed me off because it's like, okay, and stuff. And it's like, of course she wants to know the truth. I'm pretty sure anybody wants to know the truth about their sibling. Like either sibling or loved one, especially if you close with that sibling or loved one, you want to know what happened, what made them do this, and stuff like that. And even though it doesn't change anything, you still want that peace of mind type of situation. So I can understand why Luna is still going hard in the paint to figure out what happened with her sister. I could see why she wants to know the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. But of course, me is going off, and then she says something along the lines like, "You get me in my feelings." She said something about her feelings, and then Luna, I know I had her say something like, "Well, you need to work on your feelings," and it seemed like she does, because she's like all over the place, and then there's a point where Luna's like, "You know what? Bump it. Like you do you." She was like, "Well, it's whatever. You do you, because I'm not about to sit there and try to help you, and you just get a little attitude." So she's like, "You do you," and so she leaves. And oh, I forgot to say that Cass, a leader of his group, had talked to Luna. I think I want to say in chapter 6 or 5. I don't know, but had talked to Luna, and Dean had helped Luna get away from Cass leader. So Luna owed him ramen, like noodles and stuff like that. And so she bought him some ramen noodles, and you know, again, she bought him some ramen noodles to say thank you and things like that. And of course, you know, it seemed like they could have a little moment. Although I'm kind of iffy about that because I'm thinking like, okay, we already know that Song has feelings for Luna and Luna has feelings for Song. However, it's like Nadine come into the picture. That's a little reckless, in my opinion. However, um, however, Dean comes into the picture, and like Dean said, he knows secrets. He says he's in this for secrets and fame, and he shows us because he knows Luna's real name. Now, Luna's real name isn't Luna. That's her stage name. Her real name is Ji Yoon, I want to say. And I'm sorry if I'm butchering that. I really do apologize. And he keeps using this to let her know, like, and also know that, like, he says, like, you don't want to keep this up because, your face is too beautiful to, like, I guess, disappear or something like that. And that got her, like, questioning him, like, what you know? Like, if you know something, let me know. And he's like, nah, it doesn't involve me, anything like that. And that made me right there turn off. Because I was like, if they, like, because again, he is a potential love interest. But that right there turned me all the way off. Because it's like, if you can't even help me try to figure out what really happened to my sister, and you know some secrets and stuff like that, that turned me all the way off. All the way off. So, with that being said, again, they can have a little moment if you want them to. Me personally, I probably wouldn't let them have a little moment because I don't trust Dean. Point blank period. I do not trust Dean at all. Um Also, you can have a little moment with Leah as well because again, I play it like we're friends. I ain't trying to have her fall in love with my character. I have my character fall in love with her. So I play as friends. But I feel like, well, I know you could pick to either come over her house or something like that. I didn't pick come over her house. I picked like I can't. and said like the plot is affected. So that's why I was like, oh, must something must like something probably is going to go down. So I might play well not might play when the Diamond Rush event does come along. I probably play Garden of Eden on here and probably make like a little mini video of me playing to see like well not me playing but telling you like what outcome I got with that whole situation. Because again, um see on this one that you see on the screen, um you see the little arrow and then you see the symbol that has a 0 and the star. Well, the if I'm not mistaken, the symbol that has a 13 beside it, that's ambition and stuff like that. So I'm playing this as ambition, and then the other one, the on my main account, I'm playing as like principal and stuff like that. So I'm playing more into the principle of it. So on this one again, I would have to like I said, I play it when the Diamond Rush event comes along, um, and see what happens when I'm playing ambition and stuff like that. But anywho, back to what I was saying. Also, in this video, in this episode, chapter 7, you also talk to Jen, who basically you signed a contract to be in a TV show with him, and you playing as his lover. And of course, I have a moment and things like that. And I don't know. I actually like Jen. Jen is like a breath of fresh air compared to going to the studio and talking to everyone else. It seems like Jen is like a breath of fresh air, and he like again he tells her that like he wants to see her happy. He doesn't want to see her dim her light. He wants to see her do things for her and things like that. And yeah, I'm actually like excited to see more of Jen because I feel like Jen could probably help Luna out in the way that I feel like most people that she surrounds herself can't. Because I feel like the only other person that can help her out is Song and stuff like that. Also, she's not really talking to Arya and Young like that in this one. Like in the previous episode, she's talking to them, but in this one, she's really not. Because I guess she's trying to get down to the nitty gritty of it. Because again, she found out that her sister was gay. Found out that her sister was in love with me, but me rejected her hard and was hateful about it. And again, it's okay to reject someone, but to be hateful the way that me was just ridiculous. All you had to say is like, I don't like even when she kissed her in like the photo booth, I would have been like, hey, like I don't like you like that. Like I only like you as a friend. That's all she had to do. No, she wanted to be hateful. Want to say you keep this up, you talk crap about Cass. I'm out you out type of situation. Like, excuse me. She wasn't even talking crap about Cass. She was just saying how she think it's crazy how you don't want to be friends with her because she like you, but you like Cass, and Cass still wants to be your friend. That's all she was saying. But I digress. Anyway, so with all that being said, I'm still trying to figure out like again what happened to the sister because like you get a moment to like discuss with yourself like did she really do it? Well, not did she really do it, but like what was the reason why she did it and stuff like that. Um, and then at the end of the episode, it takes like this episode. It started horrible, and it does like end with a like scary cliffhanger because um um what happens oh yeah I think they're going to like either perform or something. Yeah, I'm thinking they either perform or like they put on costumes and stuff like that. So I'm thinking they're about to perform. And before they perform, Young says she's not feeling good. Like she says she's not feeling good. She's saying her chest feels weird and stuff like that. And Arya's like, okay, I'm gonna call. I'm gonna get my damn park. And of course, Young falls out. Luna catches her. You know, helps her to the ground, and she's like, Luna, not Luna, but she's like, Young, what's going on? And then Young's like, something doesn't feel right, and then she goes limp, and that's how 7 ends, and that's all they give us. My whole opinion about this is that I'm getting sick and tired of people shitting on Luna. Like, I get that y'all want her to be focused, and I get that y'all want her to be like to clear her mind and stop thinking about her sister. But we just find out that homie had for the past 6 months she's been on psych ward trying to get over um I forgot what they call it, psychosis something, but like basically she was sad and she just kept throwing up and things like that, and her parents was getting worried about her, so they put her in there to help her out. She got the help she needed and stuff like that, but still, it's like it still seems like she has triggers, and it's like, yo, she's still like, I'm gonna be honest, she's still not over her sister's death, which again, I don't blame her because it hasn't been that long, and it's like, it's and this makes and even though and this is like a K-pop um drama um type of story. And it's like it makes me think about like K-pop idols in general. Like, so y'all mean to tell me y'all can't like if something horrible happens and stuff, y'all can't take a break? Like people act like this, because I'm thinking like y'all acting like she's being selfish. She's not being selfish. I think that's what pisses me off about this story the most. Like, it's a good story and stuff, and it's driven and stuff, and you want to keep like reading. It's a very good story. However, it pisses you off because it's like y'all over here want her to be all happy go lucky, and it's like, hell, for she can't be all happy go lucky. She lost her sister not too long ago. It hasn't even been that long, and y'all sitting, and then the way she found her sister. Hello, the shit was tragic. Like, how the hell y'all gonna sit there and be like, oh, you need to get over it. Oh, you need to stop talking about her. Oh, you need to stop doing this and that. And it's like, y'all are heartless motherfuckers. Like, that's all I have to say. Just cold, heartless people. Because it's like, how can someone get over that? Again, it seems like the only person who ain't telling her to get over anything is Song. Song is the only one. Cass too. Like, and and things like that. But overall, it is getting interesting, and I am enjoying it, and I'm going to continue to read it. I hate that they only gave us one episode and stuff, and that we have to wait until March, either the 14th or the 16th and stuff. But however, it is good, and I do recommend people to play this on their own. However, I do caution, it's a lot of trigger warnings. There's a lot of stuff in this that will piss you off. Like, I'm gonna be honest. It's a lot of things in here that piss you off. That will piss you off, and that's the main reason why I had to say spoilers and trigger warnings and all this stuff throughout this whole entire video, because it's a whole bunch of trigger warnings. It's a whole bunch of stuff that would get you angry, that would get you pissed off, that would probably trigger you in some type of way, shape, or form. So, yeah. But overall, it still is a good story to play. And again, depending on the path that you choose, depending on your status, because the star means like you have a high, the stars, depending on how many stars you have, you can either have a high status or a low status. It just depends. But yeah, let me know if anyone has played this other than me. Like, if anyone else has played this, let me know how you feel about this story. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you have somebody in mind that is a potential love interest? Let me know. And please, 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 like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, see ya.